welcome once again to the Premium Passion Hub. Hoping that you are able to catch our maiden episode last week that aired here on YouTube. I am Viola Sasya, and we are bringing you this action from the Fast Sports Fusion in Bugolobi, Kampala. We have so much lined up for you, including the Uganda Premier League, Cristiano Ronaldo, Hamilton's disqualification, as well as Alexander Trent's transfer to Real Madrid. We have a surprise guest for you here that is going to show you the glaring passion for the sport. Stay back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Most people admire being wealthy, and that is the reason work is so important. The question is, are we willing to pay the price of being wealthy? Think about it this way. All wealthy people in the world created an idea that provided a solution to humanity. That means being wealthy requires a solution to world problems. Which idea do you have to solve a world problem? It's only God that gives wisdom to provide solutions to world problems, and it's not yet too late to ask Him for the wisdom to give you an idea that makes you wealthy while serving humanity. For further reference, check out Psalms chapter 111 verse 10, 1 Kings chapter 4 verse 29, and 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 12. We shall now be looking at the previous action, but before we do that, we have an exciting promotion for you here called the Premium Predict and Win. It's very simple to join, and there is so much to win. So what do? You follow us on our social media platforms. That's Premium Passion Hub on YouTube, Facebook, as well as TikTok. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. In the comment section, you are going to give us your predictions for the Uganda Premier League, the Uganda Cup, the UEFA Europa League, as well as the Europa Champions League, and let us know who you think is going to be winner in all of those games. There is so much to win, and that includes television sets, t-shirts, capes, as well as a cash prize of 1 million Uganda shillings. That is all you have to do, and we hope to see you there. Good luck. And now looking at the previous action from the games that happened in the last week, we have Alan Okello continuing to shine through the 2024-2025 seasons here in Uganda. We also have Lewis Hamilton missing having his dream start at the Chinese Grand Prix this season, as well as Alexander Trent's transfer to Real Madrid has become more apparent and real. From Uganda, Alan Okello continued to shine in the 2024-2025 season with his contribution to AFCON qualification for Uganda Cranes, Vipers looking to snatch this season's Uganda Premier League title, and also still on the chase for the Uganda Cup. This looks to be the best season for the Lira-born Vipers attacking midfielder. His Kylie free kick in the 36th minute pushed Uganda closer to a Dream World Cup qualification. Hamilton missed having a dream start at this season's Chinese Grand Prix after he was disqualified due to the breach of Formula One rule by a tiny margin. His Ferrari car was found to have its skid block plank to be too low compared to the required 9 mm, as his car was measured at 8.6 mm. Nations League had so much action, but most outstanding was United's Rasmus Højlund pull of the Sui celebration in front of Cristiano Ronaldo as an honor in their first encounter. However, all didn't go as planned for Denmark, as they were knocked out by Portugal with goals from Cristiano, Joachim, Trincao and Ramos that ended Denmark's hope for the league this season. Take a look at more results from the UEFA Nations League. And from the UEFA World Cup qualifiers, there were wins for England, Poland, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, as well as Romania. Let's take a look at more results. From more World Cup qualifiers in South America, Brazil got dismantled by a strong Argentina side that even didn't have Messi on the bench. After their narrow win against Colombia, they were humbled by Argentina as goals from Alvarez, Enzo, Alexis and Simeone made an exciting night for the Argentines in the World Cup qualifiers. Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid is becoming a reality, according to Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano. The English right-back will join Madrid as a free agent, and an official proposal sent to Trent, but the transfer is also linked to the influence of a strong relationship with Jude Bellingham. But both parties are optimistic the deal will get done. And now for the next action here on the Premium Passion Hub, we have exciting fixtures from the Uganda Premier League, and that would be NEC FC against Express FC. And away from that, in the English Premier League, we have Arsenal taking on Fulham. It must be remembered that Arsenal has always had an upper hand when it comes to Fulham, but for the last two encounters, they were actually shocked as Fulham was able to have 2 draws against Arsenal. So they must look out. Let's take a look at more details to this. As Arsenal takes on Fulham, Nottingham will go against Manchester United, Man City will go against Leicester, Brighton against Aston Villa, Chelsea versus Tottenham, and the biggest encounter of Liverpool versus Everton in the Merseyside Derby. To note, Arsenal has more wins against Fulham, but the last 3 encounters in the English Premier League have been eye-watering, with Fulham managing 2 draws and beating Arsenal in 2023. Nottingham has also edged Manchester United in the last 3 encounters in the English Premier League, with 2 wins and 1 loss against the Red Devils. The last encounter was breathtaking as Nottingham managed to snatch 3 goals at Old Trafford. It looks one-way traffic for a Chelsea win, as they have always beaten with 2 draws, 1 Everton win and a draw, but Anfield encounters again signify a Liverpool win, but surprises in the English Premier League are always expected. As if the action is not enough, we head into the weekend of 5th and 6th April 2025 with a deeper dive into the Manchester. And that's what we are able to bring to you for the next action. Please remember that the UEFA Champions League final returns in the next episode. And now on to our Glaring Passion segment, where we let our guests flaunt their sporty side. We are lucky to have Mr. Zesiro Godfrey Kevin. He is the coach here at the First Sports Fusion in Bugolobi, and he has got so much to tell us about sports. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us here on the Premium Passion Hub set. It's a pleasure. So what do you do exactly here at the First Sports Fusion?
Well, my position at First Sports Fusion, I'm a football coach. I deal with development, training kids, the skills, passing, dribbling, shooting.
So what are your memorable moments being a coach here at this place?
Yeah, my memorable moments in football, especially at First Sports Fusion, is the time I won my first trophy with my kids here.
What was that like? Please tell us about it.
Yeah, I was so excited, as well as the kids were so excited, first trophy, something that's good for me and for the kids.
How old were you, and do you see any of these kids running in your footsteps?
Yeah, if I'm to remember, I was 20.
20? That was so young.
That's when I got my first trophy.
Oh, yeah. Well done. And so, have you always loved sports? And if you would say so, what's your favorite sport? What's your favorite athlete? Where did you get the love from?
Yeah, well, since I was 12, I've been playing football. I trained football. I had an injury, then I decided to look for another way to join in sports. So I decided to join in coach training football.
How easy was that? How easy is it to come from playing to becoming a coach? Does everybody have a free ticket to do that?
No, it's not a free ticket. It's a call, of course. Yeah, it's a call. You need to have that ability to talk to the players, to communicate with the players.
Is that going well so far?
Yeah, it's going well so far. Doing pretty good.
Okay. So now, from your perspective, observing sports in Uganda generally, what would you talk about sports in Uganda on a larger scale?
Yeah, I think we have a great future in sports in Uganda for the coming years. Yeah, we are going to do pretty good, especially with the upcoming coaches. Yeah, I think we are doing a lot of good job. We're doing good work.
So the Uganda Premier League is underway. What are some of the moments you would point out, and what do you see when you look at the Uganda Premier League, and also predictions for who are going to be the winners, the teams? What do you say about that?
Well, I see the title is kind of one-headed with Vipers. Of course, I think Vipers will win the league. I don't think NEC will come up. Maybe Vipers will lose, but it can't lose the trophy.
Why do you think that?
because of the behavior of neck, sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses, and then Vipers on the straight run. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Vipers will win.
Okay.
That analysis stays.
Do you have a promising player you see that might stay on top of the charts?
Yeah, I always follow Alan Okello. I like the way he composes himself. I like the way he finishes himself, the runs and everything. It's perfect.
So it's Alan Okello.
Alan Okello. Yeah.
Since we have so many, leagues going on, let's talk about the English Premier League. What's your experience watching the English Premier League? Are you a fan? Do you follow the English Premier League or what?
Yeah, I follow the English Premier League as other leagues as well, but especially the English Premier League because it's the top league, I think, worldwide. As a coach, watching the English Premier League, of course, you need to analyze the game, know the mistakes, and then everything like that. So it's a teacher to us as coaches, especially the grassroots coaches. And I think Liverpool will win the English Premier League.
I thought Arsenal might actually win, or maybe...
According to my opinion, Arsenal has no option to win the Premier League. According to the way it behaves, losing and then win, draw. And Liverpool is on the straight line.
Okay. Did you have a favorite player or someone that has been performing so well throughout the season?
In the English Premier League? Yeah, I think Mohamed Salah is doing better. Mohamed Salah is doing better. This is the top scorer of the league.
Okay.
Yeah, it's doing better.
What about Haaland?
Haaland... I would say Haaland, but you see, of course, at the end of the day, we need to count the goals. Yeah, so Salah wins in goals.
Oh, okay. So what can you say about the UEFA Europa League?
The UEFA Europa League, actually, I usually follow Spurs. And I think Spurs will win the Europa League.
And finally, the UEFA Champions League.
UEFA Champions League, that's a tricky one. But I think on my side, I think Real Madrid will take the Champions League.
Okay, so we have there is an update about Alexander Trent being transferred to Real Madrid. What do you think that will do for the team?
Yeah, I think it's a good decision for Arnold. But what I'm worried about, because I'm a Liverpool supporter, will the coach be able to replace the player? That's where my concern is. But for Arnold, it's a good, of course, it's a good decision for him. More chances of playing. He's kind of old. He needs to look for somewhere where he's going to get playing time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for letting us into your sports world, thoughts, beliefs, perspectives, and it's been a pleasure having you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can tell us your last words to the viewers before we leave.
Yes. My message especially goes to the footballers. As young kids, you need to listen to your coaches. Do what your coaches told you. Yeah, everything will be okay if you follow the instruction of the coaches.
All right. Thank you so much, Kevin. We wish you well.
Wish you well as well.
I feel like we've only begun, but just like that, we have come to the end of today's episode of the Premium Passion Hub. And it's always a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for sitting and being with us until the end. I am Viola Sasira. But before we leave, I just want to remind you that we have an exciting promotion where you will actually be able to win several prizes. All you have got to do is follow us on our social media platforms at the Premium Passion Hub on YouTube, Facebook, as well as TikTok for the Premium Predict and Win. In this way, you'll be able to win several prizes, but all you have got to do is like, share, comment, as well as subscribe. In the comment section, give us your predictions for the seasons of 2024-2025 for the Uganda Premier League, the Uganda Cup, the UEFA Europa League, as well as the UEFA Champions League. Who are the winners? What do you think? Give us your predictions and you'll be able to win television sets, t-shirts, capes, as well as a cash prize of 1 million Uganda shillings. So please do not miss out on that. I am Viola Sasira, and until next time, bye.